So basically, we are here to talk about, guys. Welcome to the video. First, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the video, and I wanted to talk about the LCS changing, starting in summer 16. Riot Games just announced new format for both NA and EU LCS, but changes are different from both regions. So we're gonna talk about it, go throughout the key points that Riot wanted to point out, and what they're looking at when they were changed. Then when they were thinking about changing this format. Know that those changes will only be we will only be launched in summer 2016, so the spring split 2016 will not be changed. Will stay on a best of one format just like last year. So basically, I really want to see. I'm going to talk about the point of view of viewers, players, and shoutcasters. I am a viewer. I have been a shoutcaster. I've never been a pro player, but I'm gonna assume things and try to fit in those shoes, just to talk about my opinion. Well, all what I say it will just be my opinion, and you guys are always welcome to talk to me, whether it's live on the chat or on the social medias or on the comment down below. So let's get it. Let's start with it and let's see what Riot was trying to do. So basically, when the LCS was created until as of today, the LCS, I'm not talking about the LPL, the LCK, the Taiwanese, the Turkey, like any sort. I'm just talking about the EU and NA right now. So since the creation of LCS, it has always been a best of one. Okay, so you're team A, you're from team B, and then later on in the game, like, so if you started blue side, the second game was like at the second half of the season, you were playing red side against the same team, and that's how we were figuring out. And basically, you had a win-loss ratio, and then all the tie breaks was happening at the end to know who was going to qualify for MSI, Worlds, World Championship, and it's been working fine, I guess, but ever since the Asian countries started to have their own league, such as LPL and LCK, Riot has always been inspired by the fact that best of 2 and best of 3 could be an interesting thing to add up to the LCS. So now it's over. Well, basically, Riot has made the decision to split the two formats into those two regions, so NA and EU LCS. And basically, the NA LCS will be shifted to a double best of 3 format, and the EU LCS will transition to a double best of 2 format. Okay, so basically what is gonna happen is that you're gonna play 2 best of 3 against a team in NA, and you're gonna play a double best of 2 in EU. So best of 2 EU, best of 3 NA, best of 3 NA, best of 2 EU. So, best of 3, best of 2, it sounds complicated, but it's not. Honestly, it's really, really simple, and it makes so much more sense, okay? So, basically, the difference is that the best of 2, you can tie, basically. You can do a 1-1. Best of 3, there's gonna be a winner every time this is gonna end, okay? So, and it's really important that you listen to this carefully, is that, so, for an audience, okay, for you guys who watches LCS, okay, the downside from it will be that, okay, so let's start with NA. For a best of 3, it's gonna be hard to watch every single match, okay? It's gonna be really hard. It was hard, and now it's gonna be harder because it's gonna be a load of match. And something that I really like. So I'm talking as a viewer point of view right now, like essentially a viewer point of view, and then I will move on to a pro player and to a shoutcaster. So as a viewer, I think that a best of 3 in NA will be very hard to watch. I mean, it will be hard and not hard. Let me explain why. It will be hard if you are not a fan of one specific team and that you like just watching games like, and you just like watching the day, watching the day, like the day 2 of week 1, and you want to watch the whole LCS. The thing is that when there's gonna be a lot of best of 3s, you're gonna be bored. You're gonna like Red is gonna choke you down with a lot of League of Legends content, and you're not gonna be able to follow up with everything. Like you just can't follow for everything, except if you're an analyst or a shoutcaster. It's gonna be really hard to keep up with all the season, I think, and a lot of match you will just not watch. Although, and hear me out, it is really interesting for you to like, let's say you play in NA, you watch only an LCS and you're a huge fan of TSM, right? You want to see them play on a best of 3. So you're only going to watch this specific best of 3, and it's going to make your day because you're going to see the TSM play more every week, and you're just going to be a happier fan overall. So I think this is probably, for the viewers, the only pros and cons, is that if you're a fan, well, you can just spend a really good time watching a best of 3. And if you're not a fan, I guess, like, it's going to be too much to watch, and you might miss huge games. And you might get less hyped week by week, and it might just be like a worse experience for you. Like I don't know. Like, this is how I feel. Like, me as a viewer, I'm like, there's gonna be like so many best of 3s, man. And like, it's gonna be kind of frustrating to watch everything. So wait, we have a question from Rafi on the chat. But if we are best of 3 in NA, the team just play 1 day or 2 day in a 1 week? Wait, but if we are best of 3 in NA, the team just play 1 day or 2 day in 1 week? Well, that's a good question. Well, let me check if I can get you the answer. I am pretty sure they only play once a week. We will run 2 best of 3s on a single stream on Friday. No. How the schedules in NA? Okay, let me just look at it. Guys. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if it's announced. I don't think they announced it yet. I don't know. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure, Rafi. I'm really can't tell. But feel free to go look at the articles. Maybe they tweeted to tell you that. Maybe you're right. I'm not sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I really can't tell. Like, I'm just trying to give my opinion. I'm not sure about all this. I'm pretty sure that'll be kind of hard for those players to play that much. I'm not sure. I think like every team plays once every week. Like, that will make more sense for best of 3. So yeah. This is a viewer point of so this was my viewer point of view for best of 3 in NA. Let's now talk about the best of 2. And as a viewer point of view again, best of 2 in EU. First thing is that the EU LCS for the summer 2016 split will only be like, the days are the same. It's always Thursday and Friday. So if this used to be a problem for you, viewer, it will still be a problem. And there is only best of 2s and best of 2 for me. So for me, best of 2 is always like, for me it's like, okay, team A wins, okay, team B wins, so it is 1-1, and I'm like wait, so after, like, there's just another match? Like for me, I'm frustrated. I do not like best of 2. But this is only my personal opinion. Some people love, it's like honestly, like, it's exactly like when you watch football and there's 1-1. It could be a good match, you can see good plays, but 1-1 is just like, you go home and, like, nobody won? Like, really? So I guess, like, all those fans of Fnatic, Origin, will be like, I don't know, like, if I see Orange and Fnatic and I spend 2 hours in front of my screen watching the 2 games and there's a tie, okay, I'll be excited because there was just good plays and stuff, but, like, I don't think a best of 2 is a good thing. I honestly don't like it as a viewer. I did not like it when I was a shotcaster. And I have a problem with it. I just have a problem. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know in the comment below or on the chat. For me, it's hard to watch a best of two because I always I hate ties. I just hate ties. Like I want, uh, I'm just not okay with it. Like I personally think it's like it's just a waste of time. I don't know how to say it. It's just like best of twos don't make any sense in a League of Legends competitive scene. Like this is for me straight up like 100% honest with you guys what it is. Best of twos have no place in competitive League of Legends just because people, shoutcaster and players, do not want to see a tie. Viewers, they don't want to watch their team tying another team. They want to see their team win or loss. You want to know things. Like, you want to know what's going on. You don't want to be holding on to weeps. Shoutcaster, like, you don't want to shoutcast a tie. Like, it's boring. It's boring. Even though it could be the most amazing team. Because, okay, so let's put it this way, okay? LCS, the top of the LCS is always amazing. When two top teams are like in front of each other, it's really hyped up. When you have a tie, you're gonna be frustrated, sorry, because you're gonna feel like okay, nobody won, and like everyone was hyped. Like there's all those fans for Fnatic, and there's all those fans for Origin, and nobody is gonna be happy or sad. Like it's a tie. Everybody goes home. Nothing happened. So you just wasted your day. And I feel like for low position on the LCS, a best of two will not make any sense. It's like if two shitty teams just in front of each other is the best of two, like there's not gonna be a winner, and it's not gonna be interesting. Like nobody will watch a best of two between two bad teams. I feel like it's gonna be really annoying to watch because like there's not gonna be a winner, and for me, when there's no winner, it just doesn't make sense. It's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys disagree or agree with me, but it's honestly what I think. As a viewer, watching a best of two doesn't make any sense for me. So now let's talk a little bit about the shoutcaster point of view. Okay, as of you guys know, maybe you don't know, I used to be a NALCS shoutcaster for French studio. For both Summer Split 2014 and Summer Split 2015, and I had shoutcast the LPL and the LCK, which had a different format, but I was not the official shoutcaster. It was just when I had to replace someone, for example. So I have experience shoutcasting best of one, best of two, best of three, best of fives, and I'm gonna tell you what it is like to shoutcast a best of three. A best of three is basically really interesting. It's really interesting when you have two good teams in front of each other. It's less interesting when you have two bad teams like one against each other. But let's not even talk about the level of the teams right now. It's just the format. It's just the format. Let's leave it to as simple as the format. I feel like the best of two, the best of threes are interesting because first someone wins, so you can get stomped, you can lose hard, you can win hard, and you can close. Like it can be close. Oh yeah, 2-1, it was really close. We almost came back, but we lost. Like it's like there's a back and forth, very interesting for the shoutcaster, being like, oh, who's gonna get the it's like, oh, Origin took the game 1, Fnatic took the game 2, who's gonna get the game 3? Answer in 10 minutes. It hypes the people up. It's easiest for the shoutcaster to get hyped and to continually having a very, 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 very smile in his voice, like a very talkative voice, and being motivated. You need to be motivated to shoutcast. It's not an easy thing to do. So as a shoutcaster point of view, I think it's going to be a lot more matches. So the staff needs to be bigger. So if you guys are looking at a job for shoutcasting for Riot, just go for it. You might be looking for some. It's going to be a lot more matches, and definitely, guys, like if you want, if you can imagine, there's going to be a lot more shoutcaster now for Riot, and yeah, I think it makes sense. Best of 3 makes a lot of sense. Like as long as there's not like the same shoutcaster, it just makes sense. More sense than a best of 2. Which can leave a little bit of frustration when it comes to a tie. Besides that, so wait, we did the viewer point of view, we did the shoutcaster point of view. So yeah, for me, best of 3 makes more sense just because, like, it tells a story. Like a best of 3 is a story, where like a best of 2 is just an unfinished story. Yeah, so now moving on to the point of view from pro gamers. I've never been a pro gamer. I've done few competitions in my life, like very, very small, like very local. So no, I don't have any experience in the LCS. But I just feel that for the pro gamers, I'm pretty sure they kind of agree with the viewers more than the shoutcasters, because like, so basically, like, let's put yourself in a situation where you were a pro gamer, right? And you are against a team, and they tell you you have a best of 2 to do. So basically, if you won the first match, okay, you won the first match in 20 minutes, okay, and you lost the second match in like 15 minutes. Don't you think that you deserve a little more, like, than just a tie? Because basically, this is what makes me outrageous about this best of 2 decision, is that even though it affects only the EU servers, it's just that I feel like a best of 2 is like, okay, like, we fought, we won, they fought back, they won, now we're gonna get it. And this, now we're gonna get it, it's not gonna exist. And this is what is pissing me off, is that, like, it doesn't make sense, just for the hype, just for everything else. League of Legends is not a game to put in a best of 2. And I feel just like the AOLCS will be kind of a very frustrating thing to watch and to play. Like, imagine how is it frustrating to play the fact that because you won one and you lost one, you can't prove yourself anymore. It's over. You both have 1 point. You have 1 point, you have 1 point. But if you 2-0 them, you would have 3 points. So it's really like it leaves no room for mistakes, basically. Basically, you have to 2-0, completely stomp the other team. But this will only happen when a top team will be against the bottom team. Like, most likely, right? It will always be a surprise if, like, Origin 2-0's Fnatic, and, like, you see what I mean. And the thing is that there's going to be a lot of 1-1 in the top and 1-1 in the bottom. And I feel these will be, okay, like, we don't know who's going to win. And I think that a best of 2 will lead to a lot of tie break. Just because, like, 1 point for a 1-1 and 3 points for a 2-0 will just have a lot of confusing stuff during the end of the season with the tie breaks and everything. So I feel like at least the best of 3 allows you to do mistakes and challenge you to adapt faster to a situation. It's like, okay, guys, we lost the first game. That Garen ADC pick was really surprising. We need to work around it. We need maybe to ban it. I'm saying bullshit right now, but like, oh, like, the Zillion support was so surprising with the Aatrox stop and the GA. Well, let's see how we can work around it, and maybe we can do a better job. So basically, you give pro gamers room for mistakes so they can have a better sense of adaptation. And I think adaptation is key, guys. We see this during the MSIs, we see this during the World Championship. Adaptation during a best of 2, a best of 5 is crucial for those teams. Like, they need to watch people how to play, they need to get a sense of the game, they need to try it, and they need to know how to answer it. And I think a best of 3 allows you to do that all throughout the season. And I deeply think that best of 3 is just better than best of 2 when it comes to League of Legends. When it comes to League of Legends, guys, I'm pretty sure. And then, like, you know, I say that, but like, we don't know. Riot doesn't know. And I think what Riot does is really smart. It's basically, okay, we know best of 1 was a mistake, so let's just try it. You take best of 3, you take best of 2, and we'll see how it goes. One thing I know, and one thing you guys should argue about, is that, okay, so now we just figured out that I prefer best of 3 compared to best of 1, best of 2, and best of 1 is a good thing that disappeared. So good move, Riot. But there's a huge but on the question that just happens. And if you guys asking if there's no music, it's just because I'm trying to record this for my YouTube channel. So I don't want to get flagged or anything. I don't want it to be muted. And so basically, this is really uh, an important side of the announcement that Riot made just because of that, and hear me out. It's been a huge thread on Reddit, and I think it makes a lot of sense, okay? So let me just read the post, and we'll talk about it, okay? So the post goes like this. EU gets 2 days of best of 2, okay? EU gets 2 days of best of 2, Thursday and Friday, okay? NA gets 3 days of best of 3, okay? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay? NA will get more exposure and more sponsor interest. There already is less sponsor interest in EU due to the many countries that make up EU. NA already has better days for the broadcast, Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, when people can actually watch League of Legends, without having school tomorrow and the next day and work, whatever the age you are. And and he says at the conclusion, Riot's favoritism for NLCS is unfair to ULCS. This guy's, and I'm sorry to say that, but it makes a shit ton of sense. It makes a shit ton of sense, guys. It's just like, yeah. Guys, when you think about it, like, just take a second and think about it. The only reason EU players leave Europe to NA is usually about money. Like, let's not lie to each other. It's usually about money. It could be opportunities, it could be whatever you want. It could be anything you want, like all this, like Korean, Chinese player, all the European players who go to US to play League of Legends professionally. They all go because, okay, there's a huge opportunity. You can join this lineup. There's a gaming house. It's California. It's great. But one of the main reason for the yeses is the load of money. Like, NA players are paid way more than EU players. This is not a secret. You should know that. And I think that this format changes, as the guy says on Reddit, who's called Spider Monkey on Reddit, and you should check out his post and upvote it, as I did. It's just making so much more sense, okay? So basically, EU has less lifetime than NA, okay? It's 2 best of 2 against 3 best of 3 per day. Okay, no. 2 days of best of 2, and the other one gets 3 days of best of 3 per week, okay? So NA gets more exposure, right? There's more live, there's more commercials to do, there's more money, okay? There's more cash flow and everything. And the sponsor interest will go towards NLCS because there's more exposure possible. And a lot of people watch more NLCS than ULCS. So, I think that in the long run, if Riot keeps doing this, it will just make the ULCS very poor. And EULCS poor means player will not be paid, and the best EU players will always go to NA because of the money. Okay, believe it or not, money is a big deal, guys. Like, let's not say they all sell out. They all fucking think about money and like the cars and stuff. Like, nobody cares about the cars. People care about getting paid. And you will do it too if you're in a situation like this. It's like, I'm the best player in the EU. I can be paid twice as much if I play in NA in California, one of like the best state in the world. Why wouldn't you go? Like, why wouldn't you go? Like, it's like this. It's crazy, but it's just like this. And the guy's point is basically, if so much interest and money will go to NA, it will just make NA very powerful. And EU poor, and like every time there's gonna be a talent from ULCS, very good, he's just gonna go to NA. Basically, yeah, like Lanaya says, Huni, Reignover, hell, like, I don't know, like, it's just like, it's like this, like, they went to Immortals, and we're gonna talk about Immortals right after that, but it's just like, it's gonna make the EU region really poor, and basically, and every time there's gonna be a new Bjergsen, a new Reckless, a new talent, a new prodigy of League of Legends, and it's gonna be like, hey, what's up, man? You wanna do the same thing in California and being paid with just a 0 on the right? We just add a 0 to your salary. Do you want that? Hell yeah, I want that. And it's just gonna be like this. And every year we're gonna see like, oh no, we love this guy. What is that to leave to NA? And everyone's gonna watch NA. Everyone's gonna watch NA. And EU is gonna be boring, 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 boring. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. I think it's and like yeah, and giving like Friday, Saturday, Sunday to NA and Thursday, Friday to you. Isn't that really weird? I think like, I mean, Riot is an American company. I mean, I'm like, yeah. Well, what else can we say? What else can we say?